On the north side of St. Augustine High School this morning, chimes sounded, a call to remembrance.
To memorialize this tragedy, we've created this prayer garden for our community.
A prayer garden anchored by a beautiful memorial, 144 hand-painted tiles, one for each of the lost, the tiles bearing muted versions of PSA's red and orange colors.
It was a glorious, beautiful, sunny day that day, and we were talking with hundreds of saintsmen milling around in the quad, as you still do today.
For some reason, Father James Clifford looked up and saw something terrifying, a Cessna coming up and under the PSA Boeing 727. Then they collided, the horrifying sight turning to terror on the ground.
It was coming right to us, and that was another moment of like, are we going to survive?
St. Augustine students, along with former students, some of whom were here that day, family members and friends of those lost, listening as this memorial was dedicated.
This prayer garden is certainly beautiful and will preserve the history of this event and give all of us a place for quiet solitude.
46 years, and in the space of one day, we go from no memorials to two. This one at St. Augustine High School. And here, at the intersection of Dwight and Nile, where 46 years ago, PSA Flight 182 slammed into the earth, the Cessna landing just a couple of blocks away. Here, finally, a plaque dedicated to the 144 souls who lost their lives on that awful day. Among those on the PSA plane that day, several flight attendants making their way home to San Diego. Marla Scavia was one of them. Her mother, B. Turkel, remembers it like it was yesterday.
I was at work when this occurred, and when they told me, I said, oh no, my daughter's not on that flight, because I knew she wasn't working.
Turkel turned on the news when she got home, and then came the awful realization that her daughter was on that flight. For her and the other family members and friends of those lost, it's been a long time waiting for a memorial. It finally happened due to the work of Councilmember Stephen Whitburn and his staff. He promised a year ago that a memorial would be placed within the year.
The clouds have parted, the sun is shining, and I think it's symbolic of the weight that has been lifted off the family members who now have a rightful place to come and mourn and remember those who we lost.
On the basalt stone of the St. Augustine Memorial, there is an inscription. Part of it reads, "May the memory of the deceased and all who served that day and the days that followed be eternal." With the two memorials, the hope of that fond wish is now more real for those left behind, whose lives were forever changed on September 25th, 1978. John Carroll, KPBS News.